the Bears get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Kill.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
11. Hey, easy. 58.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brees. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Let's get off the field, D. 58, boys, 58, come on. Here we go. Kill.
From the gun, it's Brees. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Montgomery. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long, Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready? Yellow lady. 45. Come on. You're good. You're good. Mike, forward. Ready? 45. Mike, 45. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Shift.
From the 40 now on second down. Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Ready? 95-56. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Under.
Check 25. Check 25. Check 13. Check 13.
On first down, Murray takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
95-56. Hey, easy.
On the delay, this is Murray. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Ready? Yellow lady. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. No. Wait, good. Right over there. Yeah. Mike.
They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Ready, yellow lady. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And 58 is the Mike. Well, 58 is the Mike.
Stop your whining.
We're good, we're good.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here we go, here we go. For the base. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On second down now, it's Montgomery, and he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Ready. Pittsburgh. Check 56. On the ball.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go.
You ready?
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
A toss to Murray. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a second down coming up.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. You're good, you're good. 5-4, ready.
Now on 2nd and 16. Breeze under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
3rd and long.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Kill.
From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Right there. 56. Danny. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Man out.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, easy.
45
They run with Murray. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tenth carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready. 95, 56.
Mike, 45. I'm on.
Here we go.
That's me. 45 to Mike.
46.
On 1st down, it's Allen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Wide, get wide.
Over.
On 2nd down, it's Murray trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that Time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
What you got, baby? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. That they need him late in the game. His confidence should be sky high.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Taylor. This one into the hands of Burton. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Montgomery. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive with a give to Allen. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by for Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That good for 22 and a first down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Check, check, check. Score.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball.
Breeze going to throw. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Let's go, D.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
At their own 37-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Montgomery. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 45 on second down, Taylor over the middle, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. You tighten up. Kill.
Hey, Foxtrot.
45. Mike, 45.
Kill.
I got you.
5-1.
Check it back.
Breeze now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go again.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Got it. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. All day, baby. All day.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Montgomery, a 1st down and then some. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check, 40.
A first down carry for Davis. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mike Davis, his second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Saints take over.
We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Breeze. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Crunch time, defense. Check. Lucky. Hey, easy. Move.
Now Allen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Saints.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's the party now. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam. Hey, check Mike 45.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming to take you.
Here's Breeze to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the 2nd-round pick, Eric McCoy from Texas A&M. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Opposite.
Here's Allen. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready, 95-56. We go 21.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
59, check, 59. Watch the curl. Mike, check. Hey, wahoo! Push him back. Jack!
We go 21.
On third down, Allen. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here I come again. 22, check, cover. 22, check.
Now Taylor to throw. Out left to Shaheen. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down, Taylor. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. They'll run on 1st down. Allen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2. at the 49-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's our time. It's our time. Hey, easy.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Let's get it. Ready. 5-8, 5-8. 50, 11. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Kill.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Mike, 58. 58 Mike.
Check right, check right.
Ready, set.
From midfield, here's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 10-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Taylor. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Get him. Get him. 56. Mike, 50.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line.
Buck Allen, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Buck Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Breeze. And he'll get it into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Taylor. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Watch the safety creep.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On play action, now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, kill. Go.
58's the mic.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hey, easy.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Escapes the defender. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Check.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
The Saints take over. We got this. At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go, here we go. Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that?
Breeze now. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Mike 5'9". 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Oh, 2, 0, 2. 58,
right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Y'all not ready.
58,
On 2nd and 9, Breeze looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check 15, check 15.
Now a carry for Allen. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
He wasn't ready.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Watch the slant.
Breeze to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm going back to you.
Sammy.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Ready? 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Check nickel.
5-9.
First down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Bears, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week.